Hello, everybody. So, for today, we're going to continue our discussion in Unit 5 Life in the Extreme. So, now we have writing persuasive essay. Okay. So, you can open your Impact 2 student book, page 89. Okay. So, for our objectives, the students will identify and use the elements of persuasive writing. Next, recognize and use transitional phrases that connect ideas. So later on, we're going to discuss what are the transitional phrases that we can use to connect our ideas for our persuasive essay. Okay. Third, analyze a model of persuasive writing. And lastly, at the end of this discussion, you're going to write your own persuasive essay about an unusual endangered animal. Okay? So before we proceed, kindly prepare your pencils and your notebooks because now we're going to have our vocabulary words. Okay? So first word is aging. Is a verb meaning cause to appear old or older. That is aging. Next, amphibian is a noun meaning a small vertebrate that needs water or a moist environment to survive. The species in this group include frogs, toads, salamanders, and newts. All can breathe and absorb water through their very thin skin. So that is what we call amphibian. Next, attention. Okay, it is a noun meaning notice taken of someone or something. Attention. Next, attractive. It is an adjective meaning pleasing or appealing to the senses. Attractive. Next word is axolotl. It is a noun meaning a Mexican salamander that in natural conditions retains its aquatic larval form throughout life but is able to breed. Axolotl. Next word, Aztec. Okay. So a Mesoamerican culture that flourished in central Mexico the post period from 1300s to 1521. Okay, so that is central Mexico. Okay, there. Okay, next, cultural. It is an adjective relating to the ideas, customs, and social behavior of a society. Cultural. Next, damaged. An adjective meaning suffered a damage. Okay. Next, endangered. An adjective meaning in danger or at risk. Okay, endangered. Next word, extinct. Okay, extinct is an adjective meaning no longer in existence. Extinct. Next word is possible. An adjective meaning capable of being done or achieved. Possible. Next word is secret. An adjective meaning hidden, that is a secret. And lastly, tadpole. Tadpole is a noun meaning a young toad or frog in its larval stage of development that lives in water, has a tail and no legs, and like a fish, it breathes through its gills. Okay, that is a tadpole. Okay, so those are the words that we're going to encounter later on in our discussion and in your activity, okay? So I hope that you wrote it in your notebooks, okay? So let us proceed. What is persuasive essay or what does it contain? Okay. So last time we already discussed the author's purpose, right? Okay. So you can remember it is as easy as pie. P is for persuade, I is for inform, and E is for entertain. Okay, so the first author's purpose is to persuade. Okay, so when we persuade, we want our reader to agree with our point of view or opinion, right? Okay, so this is what our persuasive essay must contain. Okay, so your opinion and your supporting details for your opinion that the reader have to believe what you are stating or saying. Okay, so in persuasive writing, you express your opinion or point of view about something important to you. You want your reader to think like you do, so you support your position with details, examples, facts, and statistics. Doing this makes your argument stronger and more credible. Okay? So, as what I've said earlier, you have to express your opinion and then you have to give the supporting ideas about your opinion. For example, the examples, details, the facts, the facts that you have researched to make your argument or essay more believable, stronger, and more credible. Okay. So next, let us proceed to the elements of persuasive writing. Okay, so elements or the things that we need to remember in writing a persuasive essay. Okay, so first is you have to state your opinion. Okay, so when you write a persuasive essay, you have to state your opinion clearly. Okay, next, support your opinion. So you have to provide details, examples, and facts about your opinion, and that supports it. Okay, and lastly, you have to structure your agreement, or you need to arrange your opinion and then the supporting details. Understood? Okay, so let us discuss the elements of persuasive writing one by one. Okay, first off, we have state your opinion. Okay, so in your introduction, clearly express your opinion. Use any of the following expressions to signal an opinion. Okay, so you can use these phrases. For example, I think that, I am convinced that, it is clear to me that, next, I believe that, in my opinion. Okay, so those five phrases, we can use it to state our opinion in our essay. Okay, so again, opinion is what we think or believe about something, right? Okay, so you can use these phrases to give your opinion. Second element is you have to support your opinion. It isn't enough to simply state your point of view. You must prove to your reader that your position is the correct one. Okay, so because in persuasive writing, your main goal is to convince your reader that what you're saying is true and right. Okay, so you have to convince them and make them believe about your point of view. So you have to support your opinion by using transitional phrases to connect ideas. Okay, so you have to connect your ideas successfully to make it more believable. So now let us have the transitional phrases that we can use to connect our ideas or supporting details. Okay, we have, or we can use according to, besides, equally important, For example, or for instance. Next, furthermore, in addition, in fact, studies show that. Okay, so you can use this phrase if you are referring to your statistics or research. Okay, blank states that. Okay, so these are the phrases that we can use to support our opinion. And last element is structure your agreement. Okay, so once you state your opinion, provide at least three good reasons to persuade your reader to agree with you. Okay, so you already have your opinion, and also you have the ideas. So you can at least choose the three good reasons that can persuade your reader to agree with you. And you have to arrange your opinion and your supporting details, okay? Okay, so those are the three elements when we write our persuasive essay, okay? So now we're going to try to identify the author's opinion and its supporting ideas. Okay, so I have a sample paragraph here. So for our direction, you have to underline the phrase that signals the author's opinion and circle the phrases that the author uses to support his or her opinion. Okay, so let us read the paragraph first. In my opinion, students shouldn't be required to wear school uniforms. According to most teachers I've spoken to, uniforms cause additional problems in their classrooms. For instance, if a student comes to class without his uniform, the teacher must stop class to address the problem. Furthermore, the principal then has to work with students who don't wear uniform. This interrupts them and keeps them from focusing on students' education. Equally important is the fact that uniforms are very expensive. In fact, one of my uniforms costs as much as three other outfits. Okay, so we have there the paragraph. And now we're going to underline and identify the phrase or sentence of the author's opinion. Okay, so let us read first the first sentence. Okay, in my opinion, students shouldn't be required to wear school uniforms. Okay, so you see there the phrase, in my opinion. Okay, so that phrase signals the author's opinion, right? Okay, and the author's main idea or opinion is students shouldn't be required to wear school uniforms. Okay, next, we're going to identify the phrases that the author uses to support his or her opinion. First, we have there according to. Next, for instance. Third, furthermore. Equally important, and lastly, he used in fact. Okay, so those are the phrases that we identified that the author used to support his or her opinion. Okay, so I guess you already know how to identify and make your own persuasive essay. Just always remember the elements and the transitional phrases that we can use in writing a persuasive essay, okay? So let us have your activity. So we have there in your books activity 33, read the model and identify how the writer connects the ideas. Okay, so underline the words and phrases that he or she used. Okay, so you have there a paragraph about an animal called axolotl. Okay, so it is an endangered animal, and the author wants to persuade the reader to save the endangered animal called axolotl. Okay, so you have to identify and underline the words and phrases that the author used to connect his ideas. Okay, just like what we've done earlier. Okay, so we have 5 paragraphs there. Read it carefully and identify the phrases. Okay, so after you've done doing activity number 33, you can take a picture and just send it to me in Telegram. Okay, next, for your um, next activity, we have activity number 35. Write in your notebook and create your own persuasive essay. Okay, so we already discussed the elements, right? So you have to choose another unusual, endangered animal, and you have to persuade your readers to protect it. Okay, so first you have to choose an unusual, endangered animal. You can also scan your book for ideas, and then create a persuasive essay in your notebook, and you can search on the internet about the facts and statistics about your chosen animal. Okay, and remember that your essay must consist of the introduction, body, and conclusion. Okay, so you can create at least 3 paragraphs. Okay, so if you're done doing this activity, let's proceed to your homework. So we have there your workbook pages 54 to 55. Okay, so you have to answer in your workbook. Then you can take a picture and send it to me on Telegram. Okay, so I think that will be all for today. Bye, grade 8.